Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashika, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a really quick mini review of the book The Maidens. So it's a very new release, and I was seeing it on Instagram all the time, so I was like, okay, I like the silent patient, so let me just pick it up. It seems interesting, so I bought the ebook and I read it. So this book follows Mariana, who's a group therapist, and there's some bad things that happen in her life that makes her also in need of therapy. And so that's the situation. One day she gets a call from a niece who's a student at Cambridge University, and a niece says that someone was murdered in campus, and she suspects that it is her friend Zoe. So she's like super upset. So next day, Mariana leaves for Cambridge University, and that is where she studied too. So that also brings back memories because that's a place where she met her husband. So they find out that the niece's friend was the one who was murdered, and this leads Mariana into this quest to find out who was the murderer. So the main suspect of this investigation is one of Zoe's professors, and he's very handsome and charismatic, and he has a group of followers called the Maidens. So that's basically where this book title comes from. And so Mariana suspects him and tries to find out the truth, tries to find out if he indeed was the one who murdered Zoe. Zoe, the girl who died, is one of the Maidens. And while investigating this murder, another body is found, and this girl was also one of the Maidens. So this makes Mariana suspect the professor even more. The rest of the story is basically that, her trying to figure out who did it, and so that's the story. So let me just, so before I get into what I liked and disliked, I'll just tell you that this book was very disappointing. I really enjoyed The Silent Patient, and I read it when it came out, so like when Silent Patient came out, so I thought, okay, fine, let me just read this when this comes out and I'll really enjoy it, but I didn't. It was very disappointing because of some reasons that I'll get into. So let me just start with the reason why I like this book. The way the author writes about loss is really beautiful. Reading about Mariana's husband, their relationship, and how she dealt with his passing, all of that made me really sad. So his writing skills was really good in that aspect. And the backstory in general was pretty good actually. So the relationship between Mariana and her late husband was really nice. So we sort of got these flashbacks too. So it was really nice to have a glimpse into that life. Another thing I really liked is that it's a very quick read. I usually prefer my thrillers to be on the quicker side because I don't want to be reading like 500, 600 page thriller. So I'm not sure how many pages exactly this book is, but it was pretty quick. I think I read it in a few hours in one day. Finally, I didn't expect the ending. So I've put this under both what I liked about the book and what I didn't like about the book. It was unexpected, which I liked, but what happened at the end, I didn't like. So that sort of brings us into what I didn't like. So first, like I said, I didn't really like what happened at the end. Sort of the big reveal, plot twist thing, I didn't like at all. And I read a lot of Goodreads reviews, and a lot of people have the same opinion as me. Even though the ending was unexpected, there was no build up to it. It sort of felt like it was written in just to create that shock in readers. If that makes sense. It was a very shocking ending, but there was no connection between the story and the ending. Another thing I didn't really like is that a lot of things didn't make sense in this book. It was just very random. A lot of random things happened, and it didn't make sense. And there were too many misdirects which felt forced. It felt like the author wanted us to suspect every single person in the book. I mean, we did because it was written that way, but still it didn't feel very real. And there's one character specifically who is the chief inspector of police, and he's probably the worst frigging character I've ever read. Like, I hated that dude so much. Maybe that I want to say that is a skill of the writer to create a very hateable character, but also it wasn't because of how he was written. It was just that he was just a terrible person. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on this thriller. I don't want to like get into too much because if you are interested in picking it up, I don't want to spoil anything for you. I mean, it is not the worst book I've read, so if you want to try it out, you can definitely do it. But yeah, if you've already read it, please let me know what you thought, and if you plan to read it even after listening to my review, please let me know why you want to read it. So yeah, that's it. I will see you again with another video soon. Bye.